dragons, dustwives, death traps, and dark academia. It's time for the best of the best fantasy protagonists of the most recent decade, the 2020s. These are the heroes who emerged from shadows, rewrote myths, and reminded us why fantasy may now be the genre to beat. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where father and son talk about fantasy, science fiction, horror, and other nerdy things we enjoy. I'm Jim, the father of this show, flying solo once again as we wrap up this epic journey I've been on through the decades. This is our final list talking about the best fantasy protagonists through all the years. This is the 2020s so far. I mean, we're only halfway through as of this recording. There's going to be some other great protagonists to come, but you better believe we've already had a slew of unforgettable heroes, and we're going to talk about them today. As always, these picks are entirely subjective. I've got no specific criteria. I just do what I want to do. But I think you're going to like the ones I have for you because I've pulled from critical praise, fan conversations, genre impact, and of course, my own reading and personal taste. I'm giving you what I genuinely believe are the best protagonists from each year and a runner-up. Because I love these characters too. One is just not enough. I readily admit I'm probably going to miss some of your favorites, so don't forget to use the comment box and let me know what you think. All right, let's dive into the 2020s, shall we? Starting off with the beginning of the decade, 2020 itself, the first hero greatest protagonist would be Bryce Quinlan from House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. Bryce starts out as a party girl with more heartbreak than hope. But then the demons show up, her world shatters, and she kicks it into high gear. With her blend of sass, grief, strength, and unexpected spiritual depth, Bryce becomes one of the most magnetic fantasy heroines of the decade. Half fae, all fire. And I say that being not a big fan of Sarah J. Maas's work, but I recognize the excellence. Runner-up for the year is Niram from The Midnight Lie by Mary Rutkowski. Niram's not flashy, but her journey, subtly devastating. From blind rule follower to quietly fierce rebel, Niram wins your heart with introspection, yearning, and the slow, beautiful burn of self-discovery. 2021, our best protagonist that I'm bringing is Galadriel Higgins, nickname L, from The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. Let's hear it for sarcastic, doom-laden heroines just trying not to murder everyone they meet. L is chaos incarnate, a magical prodigy with a heart of reluctant gold, one of the decade's most unforgettable voices, surviving the Scalomance, not just with raw power, but actual painful growth. Runner-up for 2021 is Fatma El Shahawari. And I think I just mangled that name, from A Master of Jinn by P. Jelly Clark. Fatma brings noir, swagger, and classic detective grit to a gloriously magical Cairo, the way we want to see it, decked in tailored suits and armed with iron logic. She's as sharp with her hat as she is with her mind, and solves murders while balancing colonial politics, supernatural chaos, and a dash of romantic tension. We're into the romance this decade. Might be why I like more of the older stuff. Okay, 2022, I give you Mara from Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Mara is the anti-chosen one, which makes her one of the best chosen ones. She's a tired princess, raised in the wings of tragedy, who stumbles into a quest involving dog bones, demon chickens, and morally dubious fairy godmothers, and does it all with sardonic grace and unyielding courage. Runner-up for the year is Robin Swift from Babel by R.F. Kuang. Robin's journey is one of idealism corrupted by cruel systems. Watching him evolve from eager student to reluctant revolutionary is agonizing, cathartic, and brilliantly written. He is the beating, broken heart of a novel that weaponizes words, literally. Moving on to 2023, I've got for you Vis Telemus from The Will of the Many by James Islington. Vis isn't just smart, he's dangerous. Infiltrating a brutal empire's elite academy while hiding his identity and unraveling conspiracies? That's Tuesday for this guy. Every secret, every clever move, every flash of vulnerability makes him a standout star for the decade. This one might be my favorite. Runner up for the year goes to Kieran Daman from The Discord of Gods by Jen Lyons. Kieran's arc finally hits a crescendo in 2023. He's a snarky bard turned reluctant messiah whose soul has been flipped more times than a coin. Cosmic stakes, identity spirals, and dragons galore. He brings heart to a sprawling, mind-bending epic. Okay, I lied. My favorite here hits in 2024, and it's not even close. The best protagonist of 2024 and the 2020s so far, from my point of view, is Jade Daniels from The Angel at Indian Lake by Stephen Graham Jones, which is the final book of the Indian Lake trilogy. A horror-obsessed, trauma-scarred final girl who turns survival into revolution. Jade doesn't just survive slashers, she transcends them. Equal parts folklore scholar and machete-wielding myth, she's a protagonist who literally rewrites the horror rulebook with blood, brilliance, and bravery. So much depth into these books, and so much depth to Jade Daniels. Runner-up for 2024 is Column from the Bright Sword by Lev Grossman. An Arthurian bastard with zero plot armor and a heart of gold, Column enters Camelot, just in time for it to end. His humble, stumbling quest for meaning in the wreckage of legends gives us a hopeful, haunting portrait of becoming a hero when all the legends are dead. All right, there it is. The best fantasy protagonists of the 2020s so far. We've still got half the decade to go, and you better believe the competition will get fierce. But for now, these are the characters who captured my imagination the best, maybe yours too. If you enjoyed this journey through fantasy fiction, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite protagonists from the 2020s in the comments. Maybe you agree with me and just want to tell me how awesome my list is. That is just fine. Maybe you think I'm out of my mind. Well, that's acceptable. Well, either way, let's talk about it. Put your thoughts down there. I will respond. Thanks for joining me here on Fantasy for the Ages. Now, keep turning those pages, and may your favorite protagonist never get written out in the prologue. We'll talk to you next time.